Allie with PotomacBeads. In this Better Beader episode, I'm going to show you some new additions to YouTube that should hopefully make your beading experience and your viewer experience way easier. This is made specifically, I feel like, for our industry to make the craft easier to complete, as well as to make you a better beader, because you're going to know exactly the steps that are involved in some of the videos. This is a newer feature on YouTube that I'm going to show you that will appear in our videos from now on, and then we're going to go back and do some of our older videos as time allows. Super pumped about this new addition that's coming to YouTube. So I have here the example of the necklace that I'm wearing, the Colette necklace. And you may see and not really notice that in the bar, when you're looking at this little kind of timeline bar right there, you can see there's actually breaks in the bar. Now the bar, when you look at it, it has like a tiny little break in there. That's what YouTube is calling chapters. So if you're wondering and you say, I don't quite have that part of the stitch, or I don't quite have that part of the video, what you're going to be allowed to do is when you take your mouse and hover over it, you can see the different steps that are involved. So if I take my mouse right there, and I kind of have a double Allie here behind me, when you're looking at that bar, you see the different steps that are listed out for you in the YouTube video. So you have step 1, and the bar ends there. If you look closely above the little box that is showing you along the screen bar there, you can see right there in step number 4, it tells you exactly what the step is that you're on. So we're intentionally putting those breaks in there in the video of these chapters, which is what YouTube is calling them. For us, we're calling them the steps. So step 1 is just going to be gathering up your materials generally. Step 2 is that introduction. So you no longer have to look at the timestamp. So if you don't know that 14 minutes and 39 seconds is step 4, you're going to have to watch and then kind of scroll along that bar and that timestamp bar to find the exact place to end. Now, with the chapters, you can scroll back and see where the text or the word for that number 4 starts and begins, and be able to re-watch. This is an amazing tool for us that have channels such as ours, where you have steps that are involved in the process of making something. I have a feeling you'll start seeing these on other channels as well. Happy to introduce them to you, and I'm really excited to be able to put them in for your viewership experience. And again, as always, this makes you a better beader. It's going to make it more efficient, so you know exactly how long and where the steps are, that you don't miss anything. And also, if you're a note taker, it makes it way easier for you to take some notes on what those steps are, because it leads to and indicates the important parts of the video. If you already have that step, you can kind of scroll to the end of that section. You don't have to watch that 5 minutes to the end of step 5 or step 6 or 7 or 8 or whatever. And then you can join in and kind of skip ahead in the class. These editions of the chapters are really, really exciting for us. And like I said, we're going to be doing it with our videos going forward. With live videos, we'll have to include them after, because you can't add the chapters currently in the live videos. But we will be going back to some of our most popular videos and adding these step chapters in. Hopefully, again, this makes it much easier for you to complete the project if you ever need help. Also, just to touch on it, remember, basically right behind where I am, you can look, there's a little, let's see if I can bring it up. There's a little box right there, pretty much where it's hidden. If you want to check that out, there's a little wheel or a little gear. If you click on that, you also, just as a reminder, have the opportunity to slow down the video. So you can slow it down to the speed that makes it easier for you to keep up with the project, especially when you're jumping from one step to another. Step number 5 to number 4, as in the Wimbledon bracelet, might actually take you about an hour. So it only may take me about 3 minutes on the video, because it's showing a repetitive step. You can pause there and come on back and watch it from there as well. One more really cool feature is this little click here, it says. See that little arrow right there when you're at your stages and your stitches? When you carry that over and hit that little arrow, what's going to pop up on the right hand side of your screen is something that looks like this. which is going to tell you the different chapters. Seeing there on the right-hand side, that's all going to pull up on the right-hand side. When you hit that little arrow over, you can see then exactly the steps, and it'll take you right to there. So you can either hover over that box right there, or you can actually hit that little arrow right there. Click here, it says. It doesn't actually say that. I just put that in for your useful knowledge. And when you click there, then it's going to bring up on this right-hand side here all of the videos that you're looking at, the different clips, where they start and where they stop. So that's another helpful way to look at those chapters. This edition of these YouTube chapters, for us, we're calling it the steps, are much, much easier than to go back and reference videos that you may have watched in the past that you can't quite remember. I'm even caught sometimes watching my own YouTube videos because I'm not sure exactly how I did a necklace or a bracelet when I'm working on it, if it's an addition of beads here or there. So that chapters in the YouTube setting is really, really going to help when you're looking at it. As always, these Better Beader episodes really are meant to try to make you a better beader and making your beading and your crafting experience better. We love when you comment on these because it helps the beading community grow. Another way to help this beading community grow and to introduce others to this actual channel and this craft is to make sure that you subscribe. There's a lot of you that I know watch that don't subscribe to get regular updates from us here at Potomac Beads. And if you subscribe, it really does grow this community in an amazing way to show others how this craft is awesome. It helps in our YouTube analytics. That way you can see more of our videos and others can as well. You can also, like I said, please comment below. Tell other people helpful ways that you watch YouTube videos, that you watch tutorials, how you take notes, and the ways that you can help to improve their beading experience. As always, if you need any supplies, we're happy to ship them to you from PotomacBeads.com or PotomacBeads.eu. Thank you so much for watching this YouTube update on the different steps in the chapters that are involved. And hopefully this episode does help to make you a better beader.